Let's just kind of push this like. Well, because otherwise it's kind of far down to see, so I don't know.
Welcome to the Northern Knits Podcast. We're two friends in fibre who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocelyn, and my co-host is
Diana.
Untold. It's episode 267. And while Diana lets everybody know what we're going to cover this week, I'm going to not so stealthily open the plastic container that contains the chocolate chip cookies.
Right.
Don't mind me.
Okay. I will not mind the cookie sounds. This week we've got What's in Our Cup, Cool Threads, Woolly Workings, Wool Gathering, and Kniterature.
I accidentally used two bottoms on that. It's not stealthy. It's a secure seal.
Yeah, it's really unstealthy.
There's no stealthing that. There's no stealthing that.
No, that's super not stealthy.
Guys, it's Sunday evening, and I have the remnants of a batch of cookies that I made for a buddy. He is willing to pick me up, which is good because I don't drive, because I'm blind. Don't let me drive. We laugh. Don't let me drive. So I pay him in cookies because he doesn't like to bake. So every once in a while, I make him a batch of cookies.
That makes sense.
And the super broken cookies were the ones that occasionally get slightly burnt. Because every once in a while, you get a burnt cookie in your cookie mix. I don't give him those. I just eat those. So I have the offshoot cookies.
The cookies that didn't pass quality control?
This would be correct. So now that I have done that incredibly loud, noisy thing, listen, I'm using these containers. These ones. They are the takeout containers from my sister and brother-in-law's favorite Chinese place. They eat there often enough that they have extras. So they bring me the extras to use till the plastic containers die. But they stack so nicely that sometimes I end up pulling out a second container when I only need to have one. You know.
I understand. We do exactly the same thing.
You know what I'm talking about. All right. Shall we talk about what's in our cup?
We should probably do that.
Because I'm going to take a sip of tea soon.
What tea is... Oh my gosh, I should not have tried to do an increase at this precise moment in time. That was a mistake. Mistakes have been made.
In my Cozy Up Knits mug, I have some mocha mint tea from Herba Mate. It's a lovely dessert tea. Since I've been out gaming today, it felt like a dessert tea kind of night.
Nice,
so that's
nice.
what I made. That's what I made. And not quite like chili hot cocoa dessert beverage kind of night. Nice. Because you like want to wrap yourself around a cup of hot cocoa and warm your hands, right? Like that whole vibe setting thing. And it's too warm for that now.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that level of cold is a distant memory as I sit here in my summer dress because it was yet another day of 30 degrees. At least this one had a breeze.
You need more summer dresses.
I know. I made that statement today and just warned Mr. Diana that there's going to be some more clothing purchases showing up.
I'm not sure he cares that much.
No, but, you know, just in case there was like extra fees upon delivery or something, we just like to let each other know, you know, I'm expecting a thing, there might be
fees,
extras.
That makes sense.
But yeah, I ordered some new pants and maybe have ordered a jumpsuit as well along with it. I guess it's called a jumpsuit. I don't know, like the sleeveless one piece.
Yeah, that's a jumpsuit.
Anyway,
I'm super shocked
so that should show up this week.
You didn't order the sprinkles kigurumi.
I am thinking about it. Not gonna lie, I'm thinking about it.
I saw it on Thursday and I went, oh, Diana's gonna want that.
But there's the Caduceus cardigan too, and I feel like I don't need every single large high price Critical Role piece of merch. That I should maybe show some restraint.
Well, you are.
I don't need to be that much of a fangirl.
You're not into the Henley, so
Okay. Oh wow. Phew, I'm not into one piece of their many pieces of merch. I didn't need to be that much of a fangirl.
I'm only going to pay shipping once. So I'm going to wait till the whole collection's out and then to see if I like anything else other than the caduceus.
Yeah, that's
Cardigan.
the other thing. Like, let's make this a one order.
Because that shipping is what hurts. I don't mind paying for the garment. It's the shipping that sucks. That's especially if it's a high quality garment. I'm happy to pay for a better quality garment.
Can confirm the expositor
Jacket?
like jacket, good quality.
Yeah.
I kind of, because I expected, I don't know, I guess I expected less just because it's like branded merch, and I thought it would be kind of like, you know, this is cute, but like you're paying for the brand, not the merch. But it was actually like it's decent quality.
The stuff I've gotten from them has been really good. Now I'm saving because I want the Kiri plushie, not the little one. I want the talking one. But this is because I'm holding out hope they make a Mr. plushie. I need a little Mr. keychain plushie. Critical Role, I know you watch us. I need a little Mr. keychain plushie. Work on that. It'd be great. Maybe with some flaming poop.
They must be working on it. You can't be the only person that wants this.
I hope so very much that that's a thing that's happening.
It must be in the works. There's no way that nobody else wants that.
I hope so bad. And I am happy to loudly proclaim my fangirl status as a critter. I've been a critter for a very long time now, but I don't wear printed t-shirts. So I'm very excited that their clothing brand is reaching out into different sort of styles of clothing that I would actually wear. So I don't wear bombers. I don't wear printed t-shirts. It's for me, printed t-shirts, it's just, I'm not comfortable. I don't like how I look at them. It's not a thing I wear. But that caduceus cardi, that's just a long A-line cardigan with caduceus all over the color work.
I know, I love it.
I like caduceus clay like a good cup of tea.
I know.
It's gotta
I wanted
happen.
it just because it had tea on it, and then I realized it was a character cardigan, and like.
But I'm gonna wait to see the whole collection, because if I like one or two other pieces in the whole collection, I'm just paying once. I'm not paying multiple times. I'm also kind of tempted to go into the American shop rather than the Canadian shop, because the Canadian shop never got those tankards.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not the last time I checked anyway. They might be there now, but not the last time I checked. And I want one of those Is It Thursday Yet metal tankards to be my water cup.
Yes.
And I drink enough water that will actually get refilled once a day. Possibly twice a day, depending on the day. I drink a lot of water, guys. And a lot of tea. I actually drank three Cozy Up mugs worth of water while I ate dinner, and now I'm drinking tea.
No dehydration going on here. I got myself a sunburn and it's itchy and I need to stop.
You need after sun care.
I do. And I put some on this morning, but I need more.
Yeah, you'll need more. All right, well, that's what's in my cup, and a diversion. What's in your cup?
Diversion. Sorry, very briefly, what's in my cup? It's summer, so I have cold tea. I have lychee jasmine kombucha, which is fermented tea.
Nice. You know what I had the other day?
What?
Mysterious Mr. B came over, and we got lemon Italian sodas.
Ooh.
We're secretly 90. Neither of us is 40. We're secretly 90. So we're we haven't done that in a while. That'll be fun. That's right. Us living on the edge. Pure blueberry juice or Italian sodas.
You know, some days that's the life.
And it was really nice. Just a glass of Italian soda. So quite refreshing. It's quite refreshing. Oh, it's sad, people.
And I'm slowly turning into a hippie with my fermented tea. I discovered they come in big bottles.
You've been a fermented tea hippie since I've known you. You got into kombucha.
Fine. I've enjoyed hippie food. I'm resisting the hippie clothing.
Barely?
Poorly, barely.
Like by the thinnest of margins.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I too am a fan of a really nice floor length peasant style prairie dress.
I know I want one. That's one of the summer dresses I want to order
What?
slash find.
I may have drafted out a pattern off an existing baby doll dress to do the same thing in gray
Mm-hmm.
because I needs it in my life. But I also needed the floor length prairie skirts, the ones with the tiers of ruffles on them. The tiers of ruching. Yep, I need another one of those, but my old one died years ago and I just haven't replaced it. So I'm secretly a 90-year-old senior citizen who lives on the prairies. Yep.
Yeah, not so secret. I mean, we put it on the internet now. It's not secret.
It's not a secret. In my rocking chair. There's no denying it now. Guys, where am I going to put that Victorian sewing machine? I don't know yet. I got a little over 2 weeks to figure it out.
I mean, clearly it needs to go at least near the treadle spinning wheel in the background.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I'm like, cool. That's gonna be a problem for me. All right. Expect background changes brought to you by Jocelyn has impulse purchase problems. Okay.
Just impulse purchase Victorian there, a sewing machine.
Literally, yeah, I did. It was a picture and a friend went, "Hey, would you use this?" And I went, "Oh my god, yes!" Done. There was no thinking. There was no I don't have space. There was no nothing. I'm like, no, I'll make space. I will find a home for it and I will use it. And I'm so excited. And it's not even here yet. All right. I was out at Path to Glory earlier today. It is a league, little mini league group that is a fantasy war games. The gaming systems out of Games Workshop. And I play with 5 other guys. We make up a group of 6 in the league, and we meet every Sunday we can manage, which is like once a month right now. And we literally have tiny little mock battles with our tiny little army toys. And it's great. I have Ghosty Goose. Because I like ghosts. Technical term is Ghosty Goose. Hey, I got a small settlement and I named it Halloween Town. What else would you name a small settlement for a night haunt army? There are literally ghosts and reapers and banshees. It had to be Halloween Town. It had to be Halloween Town. No other name is acceptable in my books. Are you counting your increases right now?
I was counting stitches, yes. And I'm slightly wondering how I have an odd number. I should not have an odd number right now, but I do. So that's fine.
That's fine. So while I went there, we play at a buddy's place and it's always cold. And I play with guys, so they like colder temperatures, which is fine. It's not generally a problem. I start to get cold if I'm stationary for too long in a space after I've been outside when it's kind of warm. So I took my moonbound cardigan, which I wore, and it was the perfect weight. Reinforcing again, I need cardigans, not pullovers, because if it had been a pullover, I would have gotten too hot.
Right.
Now, to be fair, guys, I was wearing capris and a lightweight t-shirt, sneakers, and a bulky acrylic cardigan. I was not dressed for cold weather. I was dressed for very warm weather. So that's a thing. So I did that. I took my Find Your Fade with me, but it didn't get cold enough to wear it. Otherwise, it's just the regular assortment of cardigans for cool threads. So, my weekend, or was it what are the words that want to come out of my mouth? The mallow cardigan, my simple hug, because we've reached elbow length sleeve weather. My crocheted crocheted cabin? No. Guys, it's gonna bug me. I know the name of the pattern for my crocheted cardigan that I wear all the time. Yeah, that's gonna bug me till I remember. That's not bug me till I remember.
Can't help you.
Just my regular assortment of things that I always wear from my closet. So that's what my cool threads are. Cool threads.
Right. Well, over here in Southern Ontario, we've been having summer this week. So I'm having the air conditioning problem where it's you dress for the outside because it's hot, and then you go inside and it's cold. So
Yep.
my newly finished cocoon crochet cardi, like the purple stripy one, has been perfect. It's been getting a lot of wear this week because like I've been working outside on the patio, so like it's not quite warm enough to be sitting still in the morning. So I wear that, and then it's lunchtime, and then I can take it off for the afternoon. But then when I have to come back inside, then it's cold, and I need the cardigan, and yeah.
That's what a cocoon
Also
cardigan's
went out for it went out for drinks this week. I very confidently ordered a drink with a Spanish name and pronounced it wrong. And I was so sure I was right. I was trying so hard and I confidently pronounced it wrong. But I ordered it because it was presented with smoke, said the description. And yes, I got a glass bell jar full of smoke, which apparently contained a drink. But I got this glass bell jar full of smoke delivered to the table. It was,
yeah, there was smoke.
There was smoke. I think Mr. Diana took a video, which I haven't seen yet when I took the lid off.
Yeah.
But then there was like a rocks glass of like Kahlua, Negroni, and a bunch of stuff. It was a very interesting experience.
It sounded interesting.
Well, because it smelled smoky and leathery. It tasted really sweet, but then the aftertaste was really bitter. And it was like I was drinking 3 different things. And then, of course, the smoke got all over me and it was some kind of wood smoke and it got in my sweater and in my hair. And so I just smelled like smoke for the rest of the night.
So you smelled like you've been sitting out by a bonfire. So, for a lot of people, that's not a problem.
It was not a problem. It was just weird that like I smelled like I'd been sitting by a bonfire and I'd just gone to a bar for a drink.
What are you gonna do?
I smelled so outdoorsy.
You get an incredibly weird drink presented with smoke, and I buy an Italian soda. That's sure.
Anyway, so when they say it's presented with smoke, it's not kidding.
No, it means it. Oh, the pictures looked super cool. Super cool. I'm sorry I did not send you pictures of my Italian soda.
That's okay. I only sent pictures because it was presented with smoke and it delivered.
Totally fair. Just start all of a sudden, just all the photos of the food thing are just you and me going, look, I'm drinking this now. Huh? Those aggressive Snapchatters or TikToker people.
Yep.
We would too. Yep, that would be a hole we would happily fall down. There's this place near me. It's called Panda Tea. They just make Japanese styled tea drinks, like bubble teas and teas with weird like cheese in them and stuff. Like you're just I really want to take you because you like a bunch of stuff that's way weirder than I do and you love experimenting for science.
I will try most things once.
Yeah.
Actually, I will try most things twice.
Which makes sense. I don't want to try the tea with like the cheese in it. I don't like cheese.
Fair. I'm told, because I've heard of this before and I questioned the people who have told me about it. And apparently it's kind of like cheesecake, like if cheesecake was a drink. Yeah.
Cheesecake was, but I want to sip one to see what it tastes like. So I know what it tastes like, but I don't want to commit to a whole drink.
Fair.
Because I'm not that big of a fan of dairy.
That's totally fair.
Whereas I know you'll try it and you'll let me have a sip so I can see what the flavor's like. And then that's all I want. That's all I want. We do this when we go out and she orders a drink. She lets me have a sip of the drink because I don't want the drink. Just want to know what that flavor. I want to know what the flavor combination does, and then I'm over it.
But also that way, if there's corn in it, surprise,
it doesn't affect
then
me
it's
as
less
badly.
of a problem.
I register that I've had something that's got corn in it, but I'm not out for 3 or 4 days because I'm in pain. So it's a nice buffer ratio that a lot of people will do for me, which is very kind of them. My mom thinks she's found ice cream syrup sauces without corn.
Ooh, that's exciting.
She's like, I didn't see any corn, so I bought some. And we're going to double check when you get here because every once in a while you miss it in the first read through, right? She's like, they don't have corn. They're going home with you. And I'm like, I have never really had ice cream sauce things because they all have corn.
Yeah. I
So
imagine they're all corn syrup based.
yeah. So the idea that I could put like chocolate sauce on my ice cream like regular people do is just so cool. I'm so excited. I'm going to Fibre Festival. I'm traveling with Erin. We have like a whole week planned. We're doing a whole bunch of stuff. Do you know what I'm excited for, guys? Bringing home the
The
ice cream syrup.
sauce?
The ice cream syrup stuff. I am just, she told me about that. I'm like, now I can't get here fast enough. I have to go to my mom's. She has ice cream syrup I can eat.
Uh,
Approximately,
it's the little things that
it's
the little
this,
things.
it's the little things, guys. It's coming home after being out all day and having to record with you and realizing I've already pre-made my salad for dinner. I did it while I was making lunch. It's just in the fridge, just needs some dressing and it's good to go.
Smart.
I was still hungry afterwards, right? French fries. But that's not the point. The point is
You were prepared.
I was prepared. It's kind of nice. So, oh, whatever. It's a Sunday evening. We're so derailed already.
So derailed. We've got Woolly Workings.
Woohoo!
This is the part of the show where I remind everybody that for us, it's been 3 days since we last did. 3 days. Almost exactly, like almost to the hour. 3 days.
The hour, it's been 3
It's not
days.
that much progress.
We're good, but 72 hours is not a lot of time.
So, there's less content here.
Just be happy you're getting something, okay, people?
We've got something, so just
Could it have been more? Yes. We needed to play Street Fighter 5. So, like, it could have been more, but I really needed to kick Diana in the face with strong, powerful kicks from Chun-Li.
Mm-hmm. I needed to
swashbuckle me with one heck of a man chest.
Wax poetic about my beauty.
Yeah. You were one heck of a romance pirate.
Oh,
you were a romance pirate fop combo.
I would absolutely cosplay that character in a heartbeat.
So good.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
so good. Don't get me wrong, I would absolutely cosplay Chun-Li. That I would do. I have the thighs for it.
Not sure how I have the thighs for that guy.
I don't think men have the thighs for that guy. All of them are very structured. Like you believe that they could do the stuff that they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, no.
Yeah.
No, your power ratio works great. I mean, I obviously haven't unlocked all the characters, so it could be lying out my teeth. I don't know. Did we stream it? No, guys, we were learning the game. We don't like to fail that hard on the internet.
So now that we have a mild degree of competency, maybe next time we can stream it.
Maybe next time we can stream it now that we've sort of figured out how to button mash.
With vague effectiveness, we can usually button mash in the correct direction.
That's a good start. So I only have 3 things right now to talk about.
I've got 2, so
cool. I go
tradition
first.
dictates you start.
We're ready? Are we ready? I don't think you're ready for the volume on this progress. We're sitting down. Are we prepared? I cast it on the second sock. Look at that cast on.
Oh, the progress! Oh!
It's on the needles.
Yeah.
3 days, guys. 3. And well, this is what I was going to work on Saturday so that I could have it in the car to and from Path to Glory. I casted it on, and that's as far as I got. I had to make cookies this morning, guys. This is the second sock that I'll be making, which I am hand striping. So I'm using up the last of the first 20-gram balls of yellow for my toe. This poor cake looks kind of sad, but it's a nice mustardy yellow. And then I have this wonderful pink to stripe with the Celestial Temple, which is the January Sock Club colorway from Fireweed Fiber Co. Do I have maize? Yes. Is it sitting in the front entryway? Because if it comes in here, I'll have to cast something on with it. Also, yes. So I'm working on a pair of Addy Sharps, which also sent to me from Norway to try out to see if I liked them or not. So this will be the first project I worked on them with. The first sock so that I don't lose it, stayed on the blocker, and it's actually hanging off the.
So taking bets on whether you lose it before you finish the second one.
No, it's on the blocker, and it's going to live on the blocker until the second sock is done and goes on the blocker.
Okay.
Otherwise, I will lose it, and I don't lose those blockers. For a simple wire blocker frame, they seem to stay prevalent in the Jocelyn finds it all the time. But if someone could tell me where I put my digital scale, that'd be great.
I really can't help you with that.
If I don't know where it's gone, as soon as I stop looking for it, it's going to show up. That's how it works.
Mhm.
So
Or
that
like
is
the instant you order a new one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how that works. So that's all the progress I made on a second sock.
Okay. Well, I'm not doing a whole lot better.
Okay.
I believe last time I had started my sock.
Mhm.
So now I am almost finished the toe. I have one more round. Somehow I have one more stitch on one side than the other. I'm just gonna fudge it. It's fine. It's the toe of a sock. No one will know but me, and very shortly, even I won't remember. So I have the toe of the second reps and rest sock.
Touched my computer screen, shook the whole world.
That's the this texture. It's all knits and purls and very nice and textured. Out of
Lovely.
Manos de Uruguay Alegria in a pastel tiza, which is lavenders and blues and stuff. So yeah, I have a toe. I have a toe.
Yeah.
I'm glad these are going to be shorties though, because I have no shorty hand knit socks, and it is the season for shorty hand knit socks.
It is season for shorty. Sorry guys, I forgot to look up the word to give Diana later, so I'm just looking at my list of words.
A list of words. Okay.
Okay, now I have the word. I need to write out the words so I can put them in like a little cup so I can just pull them. And then they're
Yes.
random for both of us, but
We need the
haven't
teacup
done
of
that.
words.
I
We
haven't
need the
done that
teacup
yet.
of words.
I haven't done that yet. I will get on that probably after I get back home.
Yes.
So in the realm of second projects, it hasn't helped that I've been so scattered this week. I cannot settle in on a thing to do. I start things, I rip things out, I start something new, I rip it out. Is that the mode I'm in? Everyone has that mode every once in a while, so you all know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You all know what I'm talking about. I have technically it started as a shawl because
Okay.
that's the pattern. I wanted a crochet shawl. I wanted a new crochet shawl. Where did my hook go for this project? I literally just had it. Where did I stick it? I actually haven't even gotten up from the computer, guys, and I've already lost a thing. Oh, there it is. One day I'd like to be able to see again. Okay. So, on a wonderful, I've discovered in the intervening years since receiving the crocheted kit. Ooh, I should show everybody. I haven't shown everybody in ages. So when I started knitting, my grandmother gave me her mother, so my great grandmother's sewing kit, like knitting needle set, right?
Mhm.
And it came with a matching crochet container with crochet hooks in this beautiful grandma print.
Yes, very grandma.
That's a grandma print.
Absolutely.
And I love this bag. It's not extra plastic pockets. It doesn't have, if you notice, I'm not into a lot of extra stuff. It's not my cup of tea.
Mhm.
For the case of the crochet hooks, just like the knitting needles, when you open them up and drop things, because of course I've dropped things. Dropping all sorts of stuff
Well,
today.
yeah.
I give up. It just
We're
has
highly organized. It's a Sunday night.
band across the middle. I think I dropped that crochet hook on my cat's head because it didn't make a sound.
Poor Phaedra. She puts up with so much.
Things raining out of the sky. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. Just got the band across the middle. That a vast majority of these hooks are the same size. In the solid beige gray color, which are all the ones I got from my grandma. The ones that are different colored are mine. A lot of them are either 3.5 4, or 6. 6.5. So I'm actually going to sit
Okay.
down and pull these out at some point. Again, probably sometime this summer when I can't handle it anymore. And actually figure out what size range of crochet hooks I have and fill in the gaps. Because there are some hook sizes I don't have. And I know they're not in existing projects because like my blue rubber handle's a 5mm needle and my wooden handled one is a 3.25mm hook. I say needle, it's a hook. So, and then I've got ones that are just chilling because they've been used for something and they haven't been put back yet. So they're hanging on the top of my computer desk. But I don't know if I have some sizes of crochet hooks. Though I have a great grandma crochet hook case. It's the same with the knitting needles. Like I'll have a bunch one size and then there'll be a void for 2 sizes. And I don't use my straight knitting needles. So I just don't have them. Because I
Fair.
moved to circulars pretty quick. Most people do nowadays where they start circular. So I don't know. But on my 6mm sized one for my grandma, technically my great grandma, I cast it on a shawl from a Bag O Day crochet pattern tutorial. She did a nice summer shawl one, and I loved the stitch. I loved the stitch. I loved the way it looked. I thought it was super cool. I wanted it to be not a shawl. Because of course I did. Why would I not make things complicated
Because
for
you can't just leave
myself?
well enough alone. You gotta modify it into a totally different garment.
But look at that lace stitch. Look at that lace stitch.
Okay,
Those little crossover
that's
X's.
lovely. Yes.
How can this not be a cardigan? How can this not be a summer cardigan?
Yeah, okay. I understand.
Do you
That is
understand?
lovely.
This is
It's
going
so
to be a
latticey.
beautiful, drapey, drop shoulder, latticey, just simple do up elbow length sleeves. Just
Yes.
a nice, easy, breezy, I'm not going to say shapeless, but I'm going to say relaxed fit. This is my front panel. This is my front panels. So step 1, could I convert it into a pattern for my size? Yes, I could. Step 2, finish making it. Step 3, show it off and go, hey, I should probably write that up. And that is the order in which things happen. I'm using one of the carrot cake balls I have because I've got a couple of carrot cake balls. This is an odds and ends one, so it's going to use more balls of carrot cake than I have in one particular color. So I'm going to make it, and then I'm going to, because the Fiber Friends do a dye pot thing for the month of June or July, it's to dye yarn.
Okay.
I'm going to finish making the garment, and then I'm going to dye the garment yarn.
Interesting. This should be exciting.
So it's going to be a fun experiment because I haven't done it before. So I'm looking forward to it. And I happen to know somebody who owns a dye pod.
Whoa, that's so convenient and can also tell you if you're doing something horribly wrong.
She's looking forward to the experiment. She thinks it'll be great fun. So I'm very excited about this concept. And then it lets me use the Cairn cakes in a larger project and not have to worry that I don't have enough for a garment in my size. That I can make a worsted weight cotton sweater, which, I mean, it's worsted weight. It's the only thing making it a light summery concept is that it's full of holes.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, with this crosshatch pattern going on here, crossover X's, my God, the tan marks I'm going to have.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be 50 shades of beige.
I'm going to be spotted like a leopard.
Who needs body paint?
I don't. Okay, so that was the second thing I worked on. I mean, I got into it, but even that I put down, and I haven't picked it back up again. And I was right. I absolutely dropped a crochet hook on my cat's head.
I'm sure she's so impressed with you.
She's moved to the other side of the thingy, and I'm getting evil cat glare. Oops.
Oh, I love it.
All right, so that's my second project.
Okay. Guess I should put this down and talk about my second project.
Should work on something.
Sunburn. It's not even a bad sunburn. It's just like slightly itchy.
Okay.
Inch
for inch. No matter what I've done in my life to injure myself, I agree with Anita Blake. Absolutely nothing hurts or irritates more than a burn. It doesn't matter what level of burn it is.
Burns are special.
Nothing hurts like a burn.
I think 2 years ago, so first COVID summer,
Yep.
I went to a beach and I managed to burn my legs for the first time in my life.
Oh my God.
That was special. Like, burned to the point of blisters on my thighs. Don't do that. Wear sunscreen. This is your PSA. That sucks so much.
Oh,
But I worked on a project.
good.
Worked on a second project. I put a lot of time and effort into this project in the last 3 days. And so my Ursina sweater, which I'm doing for the Austerical,
Ooh.
I have now joined in the round. I have finished the neck increases and I have now joined in the round. I still have the shoulder increases and body increases, and the cord isn't long enough. I can't put it on over my shoulders, but look, it's there. I have it. I have the top of a sweater and it's joined to the round. It actually looks like something, and the V is not going to be too low, which is great. I was a little concerned about that. I'm like, I want this to be something that I can wear on video calls at work, and it's great. It's going to be so good, and it's so soft, so soft.
Well, that's the 100% organic cotton from Blue Sky Fibers you're using.
It's so nice. I'm just gonna, and it's got these faux seams, which are fun.
I like a good faux seam. It just adds a nice little detail.
And they're like, it ends up being, just by the nature of the fabric, it's looser, so it's vaguely lacy in comparison to the rest of it. So
Yeah.
that just adds to the spring vibes.
Oh, yes.
So I'm really into this. Now that I've actually spent time on it and gotten into it, I understand the rhythm of the increases now.
Much better?
It's not as hard as I was making it out to be. It is not. I knew that would happen. I just had to actually dedicate some time to it. And yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Isn't that the way of it?
Actually dedicating more than like 20 minutes at a time. Yeah, I figured it out pretty quick. So yeah. So it's coming along and it's very soft. And I might actually finish this one on time because it's cropped.
Because it's cropped.
And if I panic and I need to finish it faster, it can have shorter sleeves. Suddenly it's a cropped t-shirt. It's got cap sleeves. Ta-da!
Oh boy.
We'll see. We'll see if that happens. The intent to do it is to do the cropped sweater with the full sleeve, like in the pattern pictures. But it's a sleeve and it can just end when I'm done, whenever that happens to be. And if we're coming up on June the 20th,
20th?
then it might become cap sleeves.
Duly noted. Duly noted.
Yeah.
I'm actually working on the front panel now, which means I'm looking down. Great for video content.
Absolutely.
I have not learned how to do a crossover stitch without looking.
That's fair. I will take a second then to go, look how pink my nails are. They're so pink, they actually glow in the dark. Not in the dark, under black light. They fluoresce under black light. They're that pink.
That's Barbie doll hot pink.
I know.
So
my inner child is like, who are you? What are you doing with your life? And I'm just like, they're so pink.
Yep.
And I'm full of delight every single time I look at my hands.
Excellent. All right, in which case, I suppose I should talk about my third and final thing I've been working on. So we watched a movie this weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and it was all the cheesy 90s delight.
It was amazing. The one-liners, the super seriously catching your sunglasses out of the air after punching it off a guy's face.
Fully visible fight scenes.
Yep, light and bright and like just corny enough that I'm like, oh, I can see the choreography here. Something moved a little too fast and you're waiting.
Yep. Gotta appreciate a good, guys, we watched the 1998 Blade with Wesley Snipes.
It was beautiful.
And Chris
So
Christopherson, I think that's the guy who played Whistler. It's a famous actor. So while we did that, because I was having a squirrel week Such a squirrel week. I was like, okay, I need to work on something while I'm sitting here at the computer watching a movie with you guys. Because it's just sad if I don't. I was like, should I pull out my bulky weight granny square patchwork blanket that I'm working on? Everyone said, yes, you should. So I did. And I finished a couple of big squares.
Ooh,
A couple of big squares.
nice, nice.
I am literally holding worsted acrylic scrap double on a 9mm hook. It does not take long to make the bigger squares. And I know it's been a long time since I've worked on this project.
That was my go to bed now alarm. It's bedtime.
It's bedtime.
It's bedtime.
Between each of the bigger solid marled squares, I have a smaller square grid work of 9 marled squares that I can use big pieces of scrap acrylic and small pieces of scrap acrylic. I actually got into a third big square.
Nice.
Working on with the giant 9mm size hook. You know, like you do.
So things go whoosh.
So things go whoosh. And I added a little bit to some of the smaller square collections. So for the smaller squares, I'm trying to add. So I did some math, made my first grid of 9, and I measured it out. And then I worked out that I need 12 small grid square sets and 12 big grid square sets, or big granny squares, to make a queen size bed blanket. This is for my niece for her graduation from high school. So she's 15. I've got years.
You guys got
still.
time. Yeah, good planning.
Time. So she can have it when she moves out or goes to college or trade school, like whatever she decides to do with her life. So we're all hoping trade school, because that is a great way to get educated and have a job when you're finished. So I am using the smaller chunks of scraps in coordinating colors in different square sets. So like I literally have like all 12 smaller square patches on the go. So that way, when I get the bed put together, I'll have sometimes occasionally smaller granny squares that match the larger granny squares throughout the alternating gridwork pattern to bring it some cohesion, and everything's getting framed. So each strip of 5 of these is getting framed in gray, and a gray between each square. So I've got some cohesion to everything.
Okay.
All in acrylic so that you can wash and dry this.
Smart.
Because the weight of this in the wintertime under a nice set of sheets is going to be amazing.
That's going to be heckin' cozy.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where everyone's like, but there's holes.
Yes, still stunningly cozy.
Still really
especially if
cozy.
there's no wind, like indoors.
There's no wind indoors, weirdly enough. It's not a thing I have to worry about. It's like I got one square I haven't done anything with. It's just a single square on its own. So I've been making a little bit of progress on that. Is that a ton of progress? No. Could I push and have it done for Stash Dash? Yes. Might I? Possibly, because the yardage, guys.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's got to be a few kilometers just right there.
Yeah, so it's tempting, and it's not really that many squares. So it might become that thing that I finish creating and put together this summer, just because it's a good pick-me-up and put down project, and it's not in my lap till I'm seaming the strips together.
Makes sense.
Totally doable as a summer project. So we'll see. But that was the last thing I worked on, and I did most of that while we were watching Blade. It works up so fast.
Nice.
Super nice. So that is, for me, that's it. There's no way to name the yarns. Just, it's acrylic scraps. A lot of it's impeccable. Well, it's other things.
It's probably impeccable.
A lot of it's impeccable.
Not necessarily, but probably.
A good chunk of it's impeccable. Red Heart. Red Heart, impeccable. Like they're just, that's where my scrap. There'll be a lot of what else do I have in there? Bernat Premium. There'll be a lot of Bernat Premium in there too, because that's another acrylic line that I like a lot. So there's that.
Nice. I think that brings us to wool gathering.
It does. Are you ready for your word?
Yep. What's the word?
Cornucopia.
God, cornucopia. Why, people? Why? Why do you do this to me?
They thought pom-poms was the easy one.
Cornucopia. Okay.
I'm with you.
Oh, well, if for some reason you would like to financially support these shenanigans, you may do so at patreon.com/Northern Knits Podcast. Any level of support gets you access to our patron-only Discord server, where we are active at all hours of the day and the night, posting a cornucopia of patterns in one of the channels.
Nice.
And enabling each other into buying all the things, starting all the things, and otherwise not actually doing what we're supposed to be doing at that time. Reasonableness you will not find.
Hey, we also help each other out with problems.
That's true. We solve problems.
We chat about life events.
Mm-hmm.
All sorts of stuff.
Patrons also get early access to bonus content when we do that. There is also the weekly Experimental Tuesday blog posts where we usually cook something, but we do something experimental and do a little write-up about it.
Yep.
It's always an adventure. What else? Oh, we're doing movie days for everybody once a quarter. So we just had ours this quarter's on Saturday. So the next one will be in August on the 27th at noon Manitoba time.
True story.
And at the higher tiers of support, we do the monthly e-knit-in. The next one of those is scheduled for this upcoming Saturday, the 21st at noon Manitoba time.
It is. I'm very excited.
It's just a hangout and chat, like a knit club. And I think when we initially conceived of this, we thought it was going to be like 2 hours, maybe 3, but it's regularly like 4 or 5. We go when we have to go make dinner. Like,
we tend to stop when it's time to go make food. Yes.
Yeah. Like, I'm hungry. Oh, it's been 4 hours. That's why. Should maybe go make dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. Which works great. It's a really wonderful Saturday afternoon for us, where we just get to chill and talk about knitting. It's a knit club is what it is.
It is. Yeah. And I get to go, oh no, I can't do yard work today. I have to do podcast things.
Yep. I love giving you that excuse. I love giving you that excuse.
I do appreciate the excuse.
You're welcome. Moved into an apartment for a reason.
Yeah, I think that's all the Patreon stuff.
Yeah, it's a good chunk. As always, we super understand that budgets are a real life thing. If you can't financially support us, liking, commenting, and subscribing are huge ways to help us and help grow the community. You can always feel free to follow us on other social medias and use the hashtags and tags to get a hold of our attention so that we can see what you're working on. Because heavens knows, we don't own enough yarn or patterns yet, so we will absolutely take recommendations.
Yes.
Yeah. That's how that works. We can be found on Instagram as well as the Facebook group as Northern Knits Podcast. Charity keeps all the show notes at northernknitspodcast.com, and she even made a Shopify store. So if you like swag, like we like swag, you can find swag there.
I don't remember the link to that off the top of my head because I haven't had to say it in a while, but it's in the show notes. Click the link.
Which is beautiful. Diana puts stuff in the show notes so we don't have to remember to link things. We have a permanent running coupon code with Erin of Fire Read Fiber Co. She is, for me and for Erin, a good friend, and also Mindy Dyer, and we love supporting people that we know for things that they love to do. So you can save 10% off your purchase if you use Northern Knits 10 when you're there, when it pops for a coupon code. Gotta love a good coupon code.
Always.
What else do we have? Ooh, we have CALs. So our last CAL's wrapped up. I haven't checked the emails. It's been 3 days. for the winners. So when the winners and I have touched base via email, we will get prizes sent out for everybody, and we will go from there. So with only the Ostara Cal or the Spring Equinox Cal running right now, and all of the rules in the show notes, all I have to do is politely remind people that this is the last full month.
It is. Yep.
Get your entries in. They have to be on Instagram and they have to be on the Facebook group because that's where we pull the names from. So if you don't want to have it counted for the little log, totally fine. Just don't use the hashtags and we won't count it. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Cool beans. I may honestly enter the summer cardigan I'm working on as my Ostara Cal because I have apparently fallen in love with this, even though I want that mallow cardigan. Magically, somehow in 2 weeks, I'm going to be ready to go to Edmonton and have finished 2 things.
I believe you.
So not happening. But in my brain, I think I have time. I think my brain's deficient. All right. As far as I know, that's it for wool gatherings. Oh no, we've got some things.
Yeah. Okay. So we have live episodes coming up, scheduled live episodes, not like last Thursday's spur of the moment live because the Gremlins demanded it.
Well, this Thursday, I'm live with Louise.
Yep. That is a planned live.
Yep. For mid-month motivation.
We have another planned live on Sunday, the 29th.
That's due to the fact that I'm not in the province.
Yeah, so that one will be in the evening sometime, TBD.
Yes. Yeah.
Keep an eye out for the scheduled events on YouTube, and you can ding the little bell so it'll let you know when that's happening.
True story.
And then our regular first Sunday of the month live will be the Sunday after that.
It will be.
At the that one is going to be an hour earlier.
Yes.
Yes, it's an hour earlier because life happens.
Because life happens.
Life happens.
For the 5th of June, which is the first Sunday live, we will be live at 11 a.m. Manitoba time instead of noon Manitoba time. It's going to throw everyone for a loop. I know it.
Just realizing that I put completely the wrong day on here and I don't even
know why?
Know how I did that.
Well done.
That's at that time. So
sweet. Which just leaves us with Kniterature.
Yeah. Again, 3 days. So I'll just quickly throw in that I've been reading Murder on Astor Place. That's the first in the Gaslight mystery series, which I guess is like the period drama
cozy murder
mysteries. Yeah, they're cute and like you can see what's happening a mile off, but it's a really fun summer read. And it's been summer, so I've been having a fun summer read outside.
Totally fair.
Yeah.
So in 3 days, I finished The Ruin of Kings, which is 540 pages book that I was working my way through when we chatted on Thursday. And then I decided that I really enjoyed it. I wanted to continue the series. It's a solid 3, which means if you like epic fantasies, you'll enjoy it. It's a good yarn. I still really like the format that they told the first story in. It looks like they're telling it the second time around, which is from varying first-person perspectives in the narrative style of their primary narrator being the person who went and collected the first-person accounts. And then through a magic orb that records, so, tape recorder, but magic.
Magic tape recorder.
And it tells the story in piecemeal sections. So you get a chunk from character A, a chunk from character B, a chunk from character C, then back to character A, then to character C, then the narrator will interrupt mid-character descriptions for correctives. So just like having your footnotes in the middle of your research document.
That's wonderful. I
love that format. And the second book that I am reading they're both by the same author, Linz, and it is called The Name Is Always. The Name Is Always.
The Name of All Things.
The Name of All Things. I literally started it today because I realized it was available for loan on the Libby app. So I borrowed it immediately. and I borrowed book 3 immediately and I put book 4 on hold. So there's 5 books in the series. So I am just started book 2. Do I know it's as good as book 1? No, guys, I'm not even through the first chapter.
Fair,
I
fair.
started it while I was eating dinner. Very fresh start. So we'll see where I go. I'm hoping it's just as good as the first one because the first one was a delightful read. They are part of the Chaos Dragon series.
I presume there will be dragons eventually?
Oh, there's already dragons.
Okay, good. I'd be disappointed if there were not dragons in the Chaos Dragon series.
Lots of dragons. Dragons, 8 elder gods, magic on a ride, necromancy, communication rings.
Does sound very chaotic.
Demons.
Okay, yep, chaos.
Yeah, I love it. They're happy. But again, it's a solid 3. It's just a good book to read. Is it something I'd recommend? Very specifically, and it would depend on whether or not I know you like big epic fantasy styles. Because if you do, then yeah, I'll recommend it. But it's not one of those, oh, you like this genre, you might like this. It's a very specific subset of a genre.
Yeah. There was a time I was into those, but this is not that time.
Oh,
I hope to get back there eventually.
bite the bullet one day and do it. You will not look back.
I mean, I did get really into was it The Way of Kings? Crap. Hang on. Because I liked it so much, I actually got the second book in the series.
Oh, The Name of the
And
Wind.
that's saying something.
The Name of the Wind? That's the Patrick Rothfuss one.
Yes, The Name of the Wind.
Don't blame you. It's a really good series.
Yeah.
So
I haven't started the second book, but I got the second book.
That's all I've read so far. Again, 3 days. Only so much I can do in 3 days, guys. I have podcasts I listen to. All right. On the bright side, that means we're all done. So I can say until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to knit. Oh my God, I'm tired.
Yeah, it's
bedtime.
It's that time. Yeah, it's the time.
Oh my God. I'm an early person. It's after 9. I should be in my PJs.